Jinger Duggar confessed that growing up in front of reality TV cameras could get awkward when it came to her love life. Early days, first meals together, making small talk, the process of getting to know someone can feel a little awkward, Jinger wrote in her latest book, People Pleaser, Breaking Free from the Burden of Imaginary Expectations, which hit shelves on Tuesday, January 14. But I would say that there's probably not an adequate word for describing the unique kind of awkward it is to go through that whole process with cameras shoved in your faces and someone interrupting you when the conversation is just starting to flow. Living her life until 2021 in front of the cameras, Jinger made her television debut at just 10 years old in a 2004 documentary that showcased her large family's daily life as followers of the strict religious teachings of the Institute in Basic Life Principles. She met her husband, Jeremy Voulo, in 2015 during a mission trip and shared her experience of filming while getting to know her then boyfriend, describing it as date night on demand. She recalled being instructed to repeat some of the same conversations and gestures they had already performed in earlier takes during their date nights. Fast forward a few months, and I found myself walking down the staircase in my house toward Jeremy, anticipating that we might be about to make our relationship official. I took each stair carefully, smiling at Jer, butterflies in my stomach, excited to hear what he would say to me when I got to the bottom of the stairs. The 19 kids and counting star continued. Cut. Jinger, go back up the stairs please. We need to start over to get the shot. Okay. Reflecting on her people-pleasing tendencies, Jinger remembered obediently walking back up the stairs to meet Jeremy, 37, to recreate an adorable scene for the cameras. He asked me to be his girlfriend, the sweetest moment, she wrote. And then we got to do it all over again because there was a mic issue. And then we had to do some more takes. And then we had to do cutaways. In the pages of her book, Jinger admitted that managing the performance expectations of the production crew felt totally normal for her. It was all I had known since the age of 10, she explained. For Jeremy, for some of my other brothers-in-law who had joined the family by this point, it was anything but. Jinger appeared with her family on 17 Kids and Counting in 2008 alongside her parents, Jim Bob Duggar and Michelle Duggar, and siblings. The show was later renamed to 18 Kids and Counting, and finally 19 Kids and Counting, as the Duggar family continued to grow. After the show was cancelled in 2015 amid eldest brother Josh Duggar's molestation scandal, Jinger and several of her family members went on to star on Counting on from 2015 until 2021. Jinger has publicly stated she has no intention of returning to reality TV. During a February 2024 Instagram Q&A, she shared that while she loved so many aspects of the show, she added, "I don't have any plans to return to TV." Jinger Voulo hasn't been shy about discussing her strict upbringing, and she revealed that the modesty dress code she was raised to follow prevented her from learning how to swim. Since I was a little girl, I wanted to know what it felt like to push myself through the water, to swing my arms and kick my legs to keep me at the surface. But I didn't know how, Jinger wrote in her memoir People Pleaser, Breaking Free from the Burden of Imaginary Expectations, which was released on Tuesday, January 14. Here's what I did know for sure. Long skirts were not designed for learning how to swim. As fans of the Duggar family know, Jim Bob Duggar and Michelle Duggar raised their 19 children to follow the teachings of the Institute in Basic Life Principles. One of the rules of the Christian organization was that women were expected to wear dresses or skirts that fell at least to knee length, and they couldn't wear any outfits, including swimsuits, that showed too much skin. After joking that the laws of physics, gravity, and buoyancy don't play well with long skirts, Jinger said that the dress code made it extremely difficult for her to swim. Another way of saying long skirt swimmer is one who sinks, she continued. And because long skirts were the only swimming fashion available to me as a kid, and because I had a thing about not wanting to sink, the skill of swimming was not something I picked up during that time. Jinger went on to admit that being around water of all kinds used to feel scary to her since she couldn't swim. However, she has now started to dip a toe in the water after she welcomed daughters Felicity, 6, and Evangeline, 4, with her husband, Jeremy Voulo. "I want my kids to know how to swim. I want them to know that I can too," Jinger wrote. "But I was still so scared, thinking back to the few times I'd tried as a kid, the long skirt encasing my flailing legs." She added that she was initially hesitant to try to swim again because she was scared to fail, though a friend named Rebecca offered to help her learn. "We're still at it, my swimming lessons, taking it baby step by baby step, or maybe I should say baby lap by baby lap," Jinger shared. Not only is Jinger taking initiative to learn how to swim, but she's also preparing to welcome baby No. 3 with Jeremy. The couple announced her latest pregnancy in October 2023, telling people that they were super excited to expand their family. Jeremy told the outlet that he was literally speechless when Jinger told him that she was pregnant. "She got me good. It was on Felicity's birthday." Jinger says, "I've got a gift for you. It was in an Amazon bag. So I'm thinking, what did she get from Amazon for me?" he recalled. "Then I open it up, and it's the positive result, and I'm actually speechless." Jinger and Jeremy Voulo have revealed that they are expecting a baby boy in March 2024. It is the couple's third child, but first son. The Duggar family no longer has a TLC show. That hasn't stopped them from growing their family and keeping critics and fans abreast of significant life changes. Jinger Voulo, who married Jeremy Voulo in 2016, has been one of the family's most prominent public figures since the end of Counting On. Her YouTube channel and Instagram are regularly updated. She has no problem sharing big news with those who follow her. Most recently, Jinger Voulo revealed the gender of her third baby via a YouTube video. He will be Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's 36th grandchild. It's a boy for Jinger and Jeremy Voulo. In a recently uploaded YouTube video, Jinger and Jeremy announced that their third child is a boy. The baby is due in March 2024 and will be joining sisters Felicity Nicole, 6, and Evangeline Jo, 4. The couple's eldest daughter helped them share the news with the rest of the Duggar family, though she wasn't the first family member to learn the news. Jinger revealed that she and Jeremy opted to allow Jessa Seawald to reveal the baby's gender by sending them an outfit. When the couple opened the package from Jessa, an outfit for a newborn boy was revealed. While Jinger seemed thrilled at the news, Jeremy appeared stunned. This will be the couple's first son. Duggar family followers feel confident that 2025 will be a baby boom year for the Duggars, following a relatively quiet 2024. The family, which has welcomed a handful of grandchildren each year for several years, announced the arrival of Jeremiah and Hannah Wisman's second daughter in February 2024. Jill Dillard later revealed she had a stillbirth in April 2024. No other babies arrived in 2024. Despite being just a few weeks into the new year, 2 new Duggar grandchildren have already been added to the roster. They are expecting several more. Jedidiah Duggar and Katie Nakatsu welcomed twin daughters on January 8. Jeremiah and his wife are expecting their third child this spring, as are Jinger and Jeremy. While those are the only pregnancies announced right now, followers suspect there are more secret pregnancies. Lauren Swanson was spotted with a significant baby bump in recently uploaded YouTube videos. Lauren, who married Josiah Duggar in 2018, has opted to keep her pregnancies quiet. This will be their 4th child. Kendra Caldwell has also opted to stop announcing pregnancies following the end of Counting On. Still, followers suspect she'll welcome her 5th child with Joseph Duggar this year too. Recent clues also suggest Jill Dillard may be pregnant again. Followers anticipate Jessa Seawold will announce another pregnancy before the end of 2025 too. Priscilla Waller is doing her best to squash the recent rumor that her sister, Jana Duggar, is about to file for divorce from Josh Duggar. Last week, a report from In Touch Weekly stated that Jana had recently decided to rid herself of Josh and was planning to have legal divorce papers drawn up within the next few weeks. However, Josh and Jana's actions at the wedding of Jinger Duggar this weekend, as well as a recent Instagram post made by Priscilla, seem to be telling a different story. Josh and Jana joined Priscilla and her husband, David, on a double date after the wedding festivities, and hardly looked like a couple on the verge of divorce. Thank you, Josh and Jana, for a wonderful weekend together, topped off with a fun double date this evening. You are doing great. Priscilla captioned a photo of the happy-looking foursome. The conveniently timed post seemed to be serving as a way for Josh and Jana to quell the rumors that they're divorcing, without the couple actually having to make a statement to directly address the tabloid rumor. A source for Us Weekly stated that Josh and Jana were getting along great at Jinger's wedding on Saturday. Josh and Jana seemed happy, a source told the magazine. He had his arm around her. They were talking and smiling. While Jana has admitted that she and Josh have sought marriage counseling since Josh returned home from rehab this spring, she previously seemed very unwilling to divorce Josh, despite his confessions that he had been unfaithful to her. When it was discovered that Josh had been maintaining profiles on numerous dating websites. According to In Touch Weekly, which, if you'll remember, was the outlet that revealed in 2015 that Josh had molested 4 of his sisters, as well as another young girl, while in his teens. Jana was being encouraged to divorce Josh by a group of new friends who thought she had been turned into a puppet by the Duggar family. They were horrified that she'd been persuaded to talk on camera about Josh, and then wheeled out with the children, looking like everything was fine, the magazine's source stated. Hearing those outside views changed Jana incredibly. She agrees and feels angry that Josh has treated her so appallingly for so long. While it's possible that Jana could just be putting on a happy face until she can lower the divorce boom on Josh, it's unlikely. Divorce is very rare among the Duggar family's circle. Jana and Josh celebrated their 8th wedding anniversary in September. They currently have 4 children together. The Duggars are an extra-large family, and with 19 kids, they will be hosting their fair share of weddings for years to come. To date, 6 of Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar's 19 kids have tied the knot, and more will be following shortly. Joseph Duggar is the latest of the family's many offspring to get married. As Counting On fans know, at least 1 or 2 Duggar kids have gotten hitched each year for the last 4 years or so. Joseph Duggar became the first Duggar boy to say, "I do" in nearly 10 years when he married Kendra Caldwell in 2017. While some of the Duggar boys have stayed single, nearly all of the family's daughters, who are of age, are hitched. Jana Duggar said, "I do" in May 2017, and Jinger married Jeremy Voulo in November 2016. In 2014, Jill married Derek Dillard, and Jessa married Ben Seawold. Eldest Duggar son, Josh, who the first to get hitched, married his wife Jana back in 2008. Of course, the first Duggar bride was Michelle, who married Jim Bob back in 1984. Let's take a look at all of the Duggar weddings. By the numbers, 0 number of real flowers at Jim Bob and Michelle's Duggar's wedding in 1984, only fake flowers were used. 1 number of Duggar weddings attended by actor and Uber Christian Kirk Cameron, it was Jessa's. 1 number of Duggar kids who felt the need to sing at their wedding ceremony, it was Josh, of course. 1 number of Duggar brides who had to bake their own wedding cake, it was Michelle. 1 number of Duggar girls who got married in a non-white dress. Jessa was married in a blush-colored gown, while all of her sisters have chosen a white dress. Number of Duggar kids who have proposed at a sibling's wedding. Joseph proposed to his girlfriend at Joy's wedding. 2 Number of Duggar brides who have gotten married at ceremonies officiated by their fathers. Kendra, who married Joseph, was married by her pastor father, as was Lauren, who is married to Josiah. 2 Number of Duggar brides who have worn Grandma Duggar's wedding dress. Grandma Duggar and Michelle both wore the dress at their weddings. 2 Number of Duggar weddings that took place on November 5. Jinger and Jeremy were married on that date, as were Grandma and Grandpa Duggar. 3 Number of weddings Jana Duggar has served as a bridesmaid in. She was a bridesmaid in Joseph's, Jinger's, and Joy's weddings. 3 Number of Duggar kids who will have honeymooned internationally. Jessa went to Europe, while Jinger went to New Zealand and Australia, and Joy went to Switzerland. Number of Duggar brides who wore a short-sleeved wedding dress. Jessa, Jill, and Kendra and Lauren all wore dresses with short sleeves at their weddings. 4 Number of pieces of Grandma Duggar's wedding dress that have been snipped off. Joy, Jill, Jessa, and Jinger have all had pieces of their grandma's wedding gown incorporated into their wedding attire. 5 Number of married Duggar daughters who have been pregnant at their siblings' weddings. Jill was pregnant at Jessa's wedding and Joy's wedding, and Jessa was pregnant at Jinger's wedding. Joy was pregnant at Joseph's wedding, while Jinger was pregnant at Josiah's wedding. 6 Number of Duggar kid weddings that took place in Arkansas. Josh was married in Florida. 4 Number of daughters Jim Bob has walked down the aisle so far. Number of daughters that Jim Bob still has to walk down the aisle. 5 Number of months it took for Josiah to go from courting Lauren to marrying her. 7 Number of Duggar kids who are no longer virgins. 7 Number of Duggar kids who had their very first kiss on their wedding day. 7 Number of months Joy and Austin courted before getting married. Number of weddings Jana Duggar has served as a bridesmaid at so far. She was a bridesmaid in the weddings of Jill, Jinger, Jessa, Anna, Joy, Joseph, Michael Bates, and Priscilla Waller. 10 Number of attendants at Jessa's wedding. 11 Number of months Jessa and Ben courted before getting hitched. This is the longest Duggar kid courtship to date. 12 Number of unmarried Duggar kids currently. 18 Number of months Jinger and Jeremy knew each other before getting married. 18 Number of years old both Kendra and Lauren were when they married Joseph and Josiah, respectively. 19 Number of years old the youngest groom at a Duggar wedding was. It was Jessa's husband, Ben, by the way. 19 Number of years old the youngest Duggar daughter was at her wedding. It was Joy. Number of years old Josh was when he got married. 21 Number of years old Jessa was when she got married. 21 Number of years old Josiah was when he got married. 22 Number of years old Joseph was when he got married. 22 Number of years old Jinger was when she got married. 22 Number of people in Joseph and Kendra's wedding party. Number of years old Jill was when she got married. 29 Number of years old the oldest groom was at a Duggar wedding. It was Jinger's husband Jeremy, by the way. 30 Number of dollars each of Jill's bridesmaids paid for their dresses. Number of years Jim Bob and Michelle were married before they renewed their vows. 49 Number of dollars each of Jessa's bridesmaids paid for their dresses. 200 Number of wedding guests present at Jim Bob and Michelle's wedding in 1984. 1,000 Number of guests at all the Duggar kids' weddings so far, at minimum. $13.99 Number of dollars Jessa's wedding gown retails for $23.98 Number of dollars, the most expensive thing on Jill and Derek's Walmart wedding registry cost. It was a riding lawn mower, in case you were wondering. 20,000 Number of dollars a Duggar wedding can cost to put on, according to Jim Bob.